Hey, Diane here from Decoeasy. Thank you for stopping by on the channel of me and my mother-in-law Jenny. Welcome! We are ready to take you a new DIY adventure and we can't wait to start crafting. Here we go. Let me quickly explain what we need today. First we start with cardboard. I have here an old milk box. I'm going to use the bottom section. And to cut off a perfect circle, I'd like to use a shape. I have a cup here that I would like to use. Then we need skewers. I prefer long ones, so I'm going to use those. Twine as well. We have the glue gun and some glue sticks. A knife to cut out the cardboard. Scissors for the twine. This we call sticky gum. It's some sort of chewing gum which you can use to hang up posters or something. But it also works really well for crafting. So I keep this, by the hand. If I need it, I'm going to pick it up, but I don't know if I will be needing it. It might be useful to fix things and glue them, and then you can remove it safely without the whole thing falling apart. Beside that, we also have this fake Mod Podge glue. I have a marker here and a bag with some wooden figures for fall. And I don't know if I'm going to need them, but just to be sure, I have some gloves. Good. That was what I think that we're going to need for today. If I get something extra, I will explain it to you. I might not be using everything here on the table, but we'll see during the way. Are you ready? Let's go. Okay. I'll start off with cutting out some cardboard. Maybe this section is big enough too. I think, yeah, you can't see properly. It's a pretty big box, but I'm going to show you. Will it fit over here? I will try to. And then I'm going to cut it out using the knife. And then we have a perfect base circle. I'm going to make, I think, two. Just going to cut away. It's not that really thrilling to do this step in the DIY. Okay, the box is now flat and I think that it will just work out. So I can save the bottom of the box for another DIY because, yeah, we buy milk in those big cartons from the supermarket, so I don't have to grab milk that often. So I don't have that much cardboard at hand at home. Number one, and here we go for number two. Let's outline the whole thing. This will be it. Draw a circle around. And also keep this side the bottom side of the DIY. So don't let it be like this. Just use it at the bottom section. Okay, I'm going to wash off the cup later. And right now, just use, oops, wrong side, the knife to cut out the circle. Do it carefully. If you're scared to do it with a knife, then I suggest using scissors. Works well either. I'll be back when I have to cut out circles in cardboard. Okay. Two circles are here. Don't draw on this side. Use this side because I think you're going to see later. Now we're not completely there yet. We have two circles from the same size, but we need to, actually some sort of donuts. So I suggest using a cup or something else that has a smaller shape, and you can draw a perfect circle. It doesn't have to be super centered because I don't think you're going to see that in a later stadium. Do the other one as well. Oops. Glad I'm wearing old clothes. You don't want to have this stuff in your clothes though. Okay. Now, cut out the center. For doing that, I personally like to make a small cut here. Some sort of triangle shape. And hopefully now I can pinch through and have space for cutting with my scissors, because I noticed, yeah, like that. I noticed that using scissors works slightly better on this type of cardboard than using the knife if you have to do round parts. And now you can just cut away with your scissors. Let me cut it here, so don't cut too wide. And then cut off the rest like so. Here are the 2 donuts. Now, you might notice in the inner circle some worn pieces. You can easily get rid of them with a file. I'll use, yeah, how can I show it to you? Maybe like this. Yeah, a round shape one. And by carefully moving it like this, you can get rid of those splintery edges that you don't want to see. Doing it wrong side. This is the good side, so file down, otherwise those pieces will be visible there. Do it carefully, and that will make a difference, I promise. Might look really weird what I'm doing right now, but we want it to be a smooth design. There. This is what we need. Okay, time to start with the real work. Put your donut with the good side up. And this is where this stuff comes in. I also have the hot glue gun heating up. Oh, let's place something underneath. A cup, for example, because it's going to leak. Why is it standing there? Because I have it on the power cord, because I want the glue to be really hot. Now, let's take out some of the chewing gum, sticky gum, and roll it between your hands to make it warm, because then it sticks way much better than when you're attaching it while it's cold. Look, I can tear it still apart. That means it's not warm enough. So I'm going to rub some more. It's going better. Just some more. And what I'm going to do, make some sort of tripod of these things here. Actually, I'm just making a tripod. And I use this gum to fix it on the top section. That's the idea. I'm going to warm it up a little bit more, and then I will show you how I had it in mind. Okay, I think it's warm enough. Let's give it a try. Of course, I have shaky hands day today. Try to use the points upwards. And this is a hard thing to do. I'm also aware of that. Yeah, it's not completely fixed yet. Let's see if we can fix it. So, oh yeah, there it is. Good. Now it won't fall apart, and I'm going to start gluing. Wait a little bit longer because I can see that it's not completely warm. But what I'm going to do is, I will tell you now because this thing is just fixed, glue here, there, and there, and then I'm going to add some more of these. Actually, I can start doing it now, I think. Sure that the bottom is outlined. Let's do it a little bit more here because this thing is wobbly here. Try to place it in between of the other ones every time. Carefully press the tip inside the sticky gum. I only want to say chewing gum. And this one goes in the center up here. Press slightly, not hard, otherwise the whole thing is going to fall apart. This one needs to go a little bit more like that. And this one needs to go up here. Okay, I'm going to add some more. So the next step, I can just start gluing around. First push the bottom against the cardboard. And by placing it all in the center of the two that are still standing, I'm going to I hope I'm going to make an even line and outline all the sticks really well, because that looks super neat. Yep, it's shaky hands day. Really annoying. Haven't had it in a while. Now it's starting to go again. Okay. Now it's starting to get really tricky because I have so many of those sticks. Let me turn it around a little bit more. I think this is, by the way, the maximum sticks that you can use on this shape and size of the DIY. So that is my opinion. Do whatever you like or whatever you think looks best. Yeah, now it's starting to move all over. Ooh, don't go. Okay, last one here. And the trick is to start removing it on the top later. So don't push it in too hard. You will regret it later. Okay, I think base is ready. Time to start gluing away. Okay, well, let me start with this one here. Just add a lot of glue around. And make sure that you hold it while it's drying. Need to blow a little bit, but then it really sets in well, if you know what I mean. I'm going to press it against the cardboard. And repeat, oh no, repeat the other steps. That's what I wanted to say. I think I just squeezed a little bit too hard. I'm going to fix this, don't worry. Okay, I just decided to redo it again. To wait until the glue is dry. I'm just holding the top section. And what I did wrong just right away was putting the stick not upon the cardboard, but underneath, or you know, beside. And now I make sure that the stick is into the cardboard and hold it like that. Hopefully it will work out. The one on the side near me here, this one is already drying. Now I'm waiting for the other one to dry as well, and then I can carefully let it go and add the third stick. And I hope then there is a really basic setting, strong enough. I'm going to glue the tip where my finger is now, but I can still feel moving around, so I'm going to hold it for a few seconds. Yeah, I think we're there. Okay. Get in the next one. Don't push. Place a big dot here and put it in there. Carefully move it towards the outer line. And now hold it, and then we're going to glue the tip as well. Okay. Don't touch, just drip the glue from the top section to the bottom part. Will fall down itself. Don't do anything. Gravity will do the rest for you. Okay. Oops. Can carefully blow to make it cool down just a little bit quicker. Oh, I think we're already there. Looks like a strong, secure base. Yep, I'm happy. And move it around. It's strong enough to start crafting further. Now, the sticky gum, we don't need it anymore. Put it away, back in the package. Reuse it for another DIY then. Now this is done. I'm going to start building the whole thing a little bit more. What I do is to grab a stick, put some glue, especially on the bottom section, so underneath the whole stick. Turn it around while you're doing this, so you don't get any lumps on places where you don't want to have them. And hold. Wait till it's dry, then move over to the next one. And on the last part, I'm going to finish it with a big dot of glue on the top section. And later we're going to cover it up, guess what, with twine. Okay, I'm almost there, and I now have the trick. Just turn the stick around while adding some glue. Then place it upon the cardboard, hold, let it rest near the center. Yeah, and if you're having not so many of those sticks yet, then you can just hold the top. If you have more sticks, like now, you can just let it rest against the other ones. And carefully let the glue dry. There goes the last one. I think it looks super cool. Pretty futuristic what you can do, isn't it? Okay, now the top section. Big dot of glue around. Oh, I'm out of glue sticks. Luckily I have some extra. There we go. Make sure that only the tips are covered, and gravity will do the rest, like I said before. Okay, there we are. Let it dry really well, because this is a pretty big dot of glue. And that's it. I'm going to make the other one the same way just as I did with this one. Let me see how many sticks I've been using. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Pretty nice, huh? Okay. Wait for the other one until this one is dry at least. Then I'm going to make the other one, and I will show you the next steps in the building of this DIY. Both of the pyramids, or cones actually, are done. Time to go to the next step, which is adding the twine to those things here. Let me start off with the first one. I'm going to show you step by step how we do that. The bottom section of this thing is the hardest one. What I did is I started with a small dot of glue here on the back and pressed the twine against the wood. Now I hope that I can show you properly, because we need to cover up this edge here like this, and then we can start going upwards. But this is the hardest thing. So what I like to do, let's release it from the cord. Don't press hard into the skewers. Just add a slightly little bit of glue. Put it down. Oops. Now press it on the side of the cardboard. Carefully remove it from your crafting mat, because I think, yeah, it's stuck. Be really careful with this. You don't want to ruin your thing. Oh, it's stuck in one place. And I have no idea how I can do this any other way. Oh, it's just the bottom of the cardboard, which you're not going to see. That's good. Okay. Place it back with a good direction to you. Now it is stuck. I'm going to put it all around, so it covers up this edge here. Found a better way. Just lay it on its side. Carefully pull the rope aside without putting tension on the skewers. Now just add some glue, like so. And then you just lay the twine around like that. Works perfectly well. And now you can hopefully see that that ugly side has been covered up with the twine. Okay, I'm going to do it all the way around, and then we can start swirling around and make it more, yeah, look like a fall cone. So a little bit more up here. Almost there. Put the twine in the right place. If you want, you can gently press if necessary. Sometimes it is necessary. And then let's finish it off until it touches again on the side where you began. Ooh, that almost went wrong. Okay, make sure that you tie it up with the dot of glue, ouch, my finger, it was still hot, on the place where they touch each other, so that you're definitely not going to see any leftovers. And then I hope I can show you. Will it focus? It is a hard thing. No, it won't completely. But anyway, no more untouched parts. Let me put this one above the cup. And now the thing is, put your twine here. Now you can start moving around. Just like that. Put some glue here and there. Don't have to do it everywhere. Make sure that you pull it nice around the cone. You don't have to be really precise because you want it to be some sort of, yeah, messy chic, I think. We're going to wrap the whole thing into, well, let's say several layers of thread. Okay, now you can slightly go upwards with your twine. Suggest putting some glue on a skewer here and there to make sure that it won't slip upwards, because the upward part is, of course, ooh, didn't hold that too long. The upward part is, of course, the smallest part, and that's where the whole twine thing wants to go to. Oh, no, it's stuck. The rest is just don't pull that tight. If you hold the top section, there isn't that much tension upon the rest of the skewers as well. And just go up and here and there, add some glue to fix the whole thing together. Because if you might touch it and pick it up or replace it on another part of your home, the whole thing might go whoop, upwards, and then your DIY is pretty much ruined. And that's what you don't want. So just like that, keep continuing, spiraling upwards. And yeah, the twine will make it nice and beautiful for you. You don't have to do that much in this stadium of the DIY. Building the cone was, for me personally, the most tricky thing. Some more glue here. Okay. See you in the next step. I'm almost at the top section, and I want to give you some tips of how you can do that, because we have a really big dot of glue up there. I want to cover it up. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. On the top section, it becomes more important to start gluing here and there, because here it easily will slide off, and that's really not what we want to happen to our DIY. I think it's best to stay as close to the part of the twine that you added before, because I don't think it's a good idea to go multiple times over this section. So I suggest try to do it as close as you can. Don't burn your fingers, of course. Of course, you might still see something peeping through. That's not a big deal of the inside parts, but not too much is my advice. Some more glue. You really want that top section to be covered up. It's really not something that you want to show off in your home or wherever you're going to place this object. Here it becomes easier somehow. Now it really sits well. Some more glue here. Don't make the dots too big, that's not necessary. What might also help, here is a really big dot of glue. Just hold the tip of your glue gun against it, and then the glue will melt. You might want to flatten out that surface a little bit more. And I quickly tape underneath around it, almost on the top. Now, oops. This is the hardest thing, the tip. Like I said, I'd like to heat again the part that I already glued because the thing can't fall apart anymore. Now, twist it around really carefully and make it a tight, like some sort of bird's nest idea. Add some more glue here in the center, just a little bit. And I'd like to see if this is hard. I suggest you use scissors, which I'm going to do right now, to hold it there until the glue has completely cooled down. And then I'm going to get back again down where I started. Yep, it holds. Now it is important to start going down and add some glue, not far from the top section, because that reduces the tension on the tip here, and then it's less likely that it falls apart. And now you can just go back down and do as you did. The hardest thing is gone. I'm going to wrap some more because, as you can see, there is still a lot to wrap. And it's done. This one has been nicely wrapped. You can't see the cardboard anymore that much because it has the same color as the thread. And I finished it off with just cutting off the piece of twine, pushing it back in, and that's where the hole is good for. Then you pull it out here, put a little bit of hot glue on the side, and then you let it go and it slips back inside, setting itself somewhere, and really you can't see it on the outside where this thing has been set, which is perfectly what I had in mind. Now, you can do it by this way, but you can also do, and that's why I had the gloves, because I wasn't sure if this was going to work or not. What you can also do, but that gives much more mess, is use glue. Make some sort of, a bath for your twine of glue. So that's also why I had the cup. You can pull the glue in there and then put on gloves, and then you can just cover everything up in glue, and then you can wrap it around. So the whole thing says hard, but it also, yeah, you can see it, at least with this glue, that it has been glued, and now it looks more like a natural cone, which is much more what I prefer. But you can also do the other one, just as I said. That is totally up to you. Now, one done, another one here to go. So that's what I'm going to do next. Just doing the same steps as I did with this one. Then we're there. Here they are. Don't they look cute, both cones? I think they do. You can fit them into any kind of decor, so also for another season. But I realized that before we're going to decorate for fall, I put them aside, I forgot something. What would a DIY be without, of course, the tumbling tumbling tower blocks? Really annoying word. This is a package of 60 pieces. Yeah, I used several ones in another DIY. But they come from Action, and they are pretty big, as you can see. Now let me get a couple of them, because I want to make a razor for the coals. Let me see, how can we do this the best? Maybe it's a cool thing, if that will work, to make something like this. Such a kind of shape, but I don't know if it's too big or not. Otherwise we're going to do something else. I don't think this will be it, as I'm taking a look right now. I think it's too big. Yeah, way too big. Okay, forget what I said. We're going to do it the traditional way, just by adding blocks. And I think I will have 3 wide, more than enough. 2 is too small, 3 is enough. Okay, then we're going to see, I believe I need 9 of them, because yeah, 3 blocks is equal to 1. So 3 rows. We're going to create 9 rows because that needs to be, oops, long enough. see. Am I missing one, I think? Yeah. One extra. So this is what we're going to make. But as I'm looking right now, I think it is a little bit too massive to do it like this. So maybe, let me grab one of those cones here. Maybe this will work out as well. Which it does, but now it looks pretty big compared to the razor. Maybe this is not a good idea either. Let me see. How can we fix this? Making it smaller, is that an idea? Let me try a two-way one. And how long does it need to be? Of course, 6. Yep. 6 it is then. Now this isn't so heavy either. And it looks cute too. I think this will be it. Let's start gluing it. And therefore we have the wood glue. Forget what I said about the razor, which will be this big. I'm going to do it different. I found this one too plain and I want something more high-end. I'm going to make a razor that will be square like this. Not like that, but like this, because then it's really square. Let's see if this works out. I think this is even better and less heavier. Perfect. We'll do that and glue small blocks, or blocks actually, just underneath it like this. So then you can get some sort of table. I think that looks much better than a heavy, thick plaque. Just do it this way. Okay, let's grab another one of this. And yeah, as I said, the glue. We're going to glue. Okay, I have an extra crafting mat at hand. Let me check. Yeah, the nozzle is open. Let's pour some glue on those blocks. And what I like to do is let it dry for a while. So from each side, I'm only gluing one block. Because first I want them to be together, and then I'm going to start gluing the whole thing together as one big, massive plateau. So just like this. And now we're going to build. That way. Oh, I did it wrong, I think. Yeah, I did. Okay, no big deal. So now we're going to do this one here. Come on. That one goes beside it as well. And then the last two. So, add some glue, and on the other one as well. And then we have our base finished. Oh, and on the last block, on the side part, there needs to be some glue as well, which is up here, because it connects with the one here in the front, of course. Just like so. Now we're going to let it dry. If you want, you can already attach these ones, or you can do them just like that or like that. But I think this looks cute for once in a while. To make sure that they are all in the same position, I just measure the angle where the both ends touch the ends of the wood. I think that's going to be it. So let's glue some 4 more. And then we have our razor ready in the base. Make sure that you let this dry pretty well. I think we're going to let it dry for at least 1 hour, but maybe longer. What also works to divide the glue is just put them together. And that also sets in pretty good. Like this. And then you really can do the corners as well. Okay, now we'll leave this to dry for a few seconds. This one here. Let's put this one up here then. Never made a razor like this before, but hey, it's gotta be the first time once. And the last one. There we are. Just let it dry and then I'll be back when it's dry. Back again. It's 2 hours later, I believe. And everything is dry. Glued in well. There's some little film layer that we can get rid of. And here are the razors. I think they are really cute, but that they need a small makeover. And I'm going to give that by using blackboard paint. I think it has a really chic way of displaying your cone, which you can just put on like this. Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's grab a brush and start painting right away. Okay, here is some blackboard paint. This is really thick stuff. I think it's best to turn this thing upside down first so we can start doing the insides, for example. This paint comes from the Action 2, and I love the color and the coverage of it, because those are both really nice to work with. One layer of paint is in 90% of the time enough to get great coverage in your project. And the can costs, I believe, only €5, so that is great. Okay. Well, the thing with this stuff is that it starts dripping really easily, so check on that before you continue. Here, like this. Just brush it out. Otherwise you get a really thick layer of paint up here. Okay, I'm going to paint the rest. I'll be back when they are done. Okay, here are the razors, completely black and done. Now you can just put the cone upon it. Yeah, otherwise I can't film it. This thing is gone so high. But you also want to decorate the cone, and that you can do really easy with those wooden figurines which I showed in the beginning. These are from Action, and I believe a package costed €2 or something. They also have leaves and everything else, but I like these the most. So I have pumpkins and apples, and I'm going to do it a very simple way. Just hang it around like that. And that's not the most finishing touch, because I also want to add lights, and therefore I had the hole here, so you can get in with your hand and you can add lights. I'm going to do that next. These here are the lights that I'd like to use. LED wire. This is how they look. Yeah, now they're folded, but they costed only €2 at the garden center. So you can just unwrap this and just push it inside of the cone. And that's the good thing about this wire. It's really stiff, so it stands up by itself. You don't have to do anything. And the battery package is also transparent, so you're not going to see a really big black box inside of the cone. I just stuff it in randomly. that it will find its own way then. Battery pack is the last. Of course, I'm going to add batteries, but then you have some lights inside of your DIY. Of course, don't forget to add the wooden figurine on top. Easy as that. I'm going to show you the final result in the next step. Here they are. Don't they look beautiful together? Really love the color of the light, and it looks so high-end to me, but yet it was really cheap to make. Here you see the apple, and here is the pumpkin. Let us know in the comment section what you think of both of these cones together with your Jenga block razors. That was today's video again. Thank you for watching. We hope you had fun, and we can't wait to see you again next time. Let us know what you think by writing it down in the comment section. And yeah, we hope you have a nice day. Take care. Bye everyone.